Hi everyone, so I'm back to do a little craft with me. This is also a design team project for the old design shop, and I'm going to make a little like a little folio that you can pop inside your journal. You can maybe put it in a pocket. Anywho, I printed off some bits and I've got some other bits to the side in case I need it, but this is going to be a grungy, like a neutral grungy type thing. Okay, so I've printed both sides on here, and I accidentally printed one of them upside down, but it's not going to matter. Okay, not going to matter because is it upside down? No, it's not. Sally me, it's not upside down at all. I thought it did, but anyway, we didn't. Right, then I've got another piece which I'm going to use for some pockets. Then we've got little bits that I've printed off from some of the kits that I have from the old design shop. They're all kind of grungy and neutral and shabby, and like I said, I have got some other bits that I will draw in if I have to. Drag in. There's other bits in a tub as well, but I kind of want to keep it quite grungy. Okay, so I will put links to the kits that I've used, because I may actually bring in some other stuff that isn't right here right now, so I will add the links below. I'm not sure if there is a sale on the old design shop Etsy, but I will let you know that below as well. I will state if they're having a sale, because I know last year there was a good sale on, but like I say, I don't know what's going on this year. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get on with it. I will do a little bit of music, and if I feel like I need to speak, I will. I'll do a voiceover on that. It's just that the dogs bark a lot in here, and it's a nightmare to do a video these days. So here we go. So I'm going to fold this, like, kind of looks like I'm folding it into an envelope, and obviously you can do this whatever size you like. I'm going to cut the little flap like kind of into like a half a triangle type envelope flap, but if you want to go crazy and do some designs, you can. So I'm just going to ink this so that I know like where that ends, so I don't cut it too much, and just simply folding it in half and cutting like a triangle off. That gives that kind of like triangle-ish shape. Is that word, triangle-ish? It is today. Just inking up around the edges. Something, you don't have to do that, but I like to do it. Sometimes I start inking up and I think, why did I start this? Because it can take forever, but it does have a nice look at the end. So here I was just making sure I had it all around the right way, and I'm going to use this piece here, and I'm just, because I've inked up, I can see where my folds are. I'm just going to create like 3 pockets for inside of this. I did mean to mention at the beginning when I was showing you everything that I was inspired by, it was the Crafty DIYer, and it was a video or a short, like a reel she'd put up on Facebook, and hers was like a Valentine themed little trifoldy thing, and yeah, that's what inspired me to do this. So anywho, that's my 2 little pockets, trying to line them up so that I can punch them at the same time, and it wasn't quite lined up. I use my tab punch because my circle punch is rubbish, and it just, one side of it just never like cuts, and I always just end up wasting it. So that works just fine for me. You don't have to put little notches in your pockets, but I like to do that. So you see, I just inked that up, and now I'm just adding some glue and just popping that on there. So that's my 2 pockets glued down, and using the other piece here, I'm just roughly measuring. A lot of people like to get the paper trimmer out, the ruler and everything else. I just do it by eye. So here I'm going to make like a bit of a curved pocket, and I'm just marking this with a pencil, just quite lightly, and just cutting that out. Now, the lady that I said this was inspired by, she had done like a like on the right hand pocket at the bottom, she'd done a wavy smaller pocket. Obviously I didn't, I've just kept it that way, like two like similar or same size pockets. And I mean, you can do whatever pockets you like in there. You could do 4 of the small pockets inside, or just like 2 large pockets, but this is how I'm doing mine. So inked that up and glued that down. Now I did show you earlier some of the ephemera, and these are the bits that obviously I hadn't prepped before. Sometimes I like to prep things just to kind of keep me going with other things, and I've always got loads of stuff to just go to. Like to the left hand side of me, it's just like a pure mess. It's a pure mess of tubs and like boxes with like spare bits of this, that and the other in it. And I think that's why sometimes I can make things quite quick, because I've constantly got loads and loads of things just to go to. Anywho, right back here, I'm just using some of these pieces that I've backed these onto some coffee dyed paper. And like I said in the beginning, I will put the links to all of these below over on the old design shop. I love this. I actually done that envelope. I kind of turned that into a proper envelope in a video probably way back last year. That was a fun little video. I'll see if I can find that and tag that below as well. So here I'm just kind of messing around, thinking like, okay, where do I want to put things? What do I want to use? Where do I want to use it? And that's just how my mind goes. So that's roughly where I'm putting everything, but I'm not finished. So anyway, I'm looking to put a little pocket on that left hand kind of curved pocket, and this little bit again from the old design shop, and then these little number labels, the Grungy number labels. I'm just making a simple little little pocket, whatever you want to call it. Just putting that there, and then topping it with the little number label, which I did back as well. Here we go, just a little bit of glue and just pop that on there. I was just moving stuff around, you know, that's what you do, isn't it? So anyway, I brought out these kind of blank ephemera pieces, and I'm just gonna take some of these like little labels and just play around with them with it. Sometimes you don't need to add like too much to, you know, a journal. Just you can keep things like, I know this isn't a journal, but you can keep things simple by just adding like 1 or 2 things. You know, you don't have to over embellish. I don't really over embellish. I just keep things pretty simple. Never difficult. Can't do difficult. So yeah, I just keep my things like pretty simple, layering and adding a few like other little ephemera pieces to tags and pockets and things like that. So anyway, here we're just gluing that on. This glue started having problems with that glue because guess what? I didn't put the little like pin thing in it. So here I'm deciding where I want to put that. And I'm going to cover over a number that's already on there. So that's that one. And then I was like, okay, that's just going to look too plain on there by itself. And this would be like where tickets would be great. So here I'm just going to use a little bit of this squared paper. And I'm just going to like ink it up and then add it like around the page. Just like so, just eyeballing that to fold it in half, then inking up that end piece, and then with the glue, I think this is where it wouldn't work. I thought, right, okay, I'll just unblock it. I'm terrible for not putting the lids on things, really bad. and then that just goes on there. Just like so. Would have been nice if I had some little tickets to hand, but I didn't. Anywho, that's how that went. Then I found some other little pieces, and it's all from the old design shop. That piece that I'm inking up now is from one of the collage sheets, and then that again is from one of the little Grungy neutral ephemera packs. So here I'm just going to do a little bit of layering here. This piece here that I'm inking up has been backed, so it's nice and thick. That hasn't, because that's getting glued straight down, so it doesn't need to be bulky. And the glue is getting on my nerves again. You'd think after like 1 or 2 attempts I would just go to the big glue. I think I might have to wash that little nozzle out. If you've got things like that, just take the nozzle off and just run it under some hot water, and it kind of all unblocks. If you are getting persistent blockageness. Anyway, that goes on there like so, and then this little piece is gonna go on top, just like so. And looking for another little label. Do like these little mini like labels, they're so handy. And I covered the word heirloom up. It's not heirloom, it's heirloom. Oh, I just heard myself say that. So that is pretty much it, I think. Oh no, I do come back and do another 2 little things. So I thought them pockets on the right hand side are a little bit plain, even though that's a lovely, that bottom pocket, I love that design on that piece of paper. So anyway, I did come in with 2 of these just to add onto the pockets. You could leave it as it is. I mean, if you're doing a different theme, you could go all out and add bits of lace and butterflies and flowers and things like that. But this is like vintagey grungy, and I don't think that much kind of fluffiness and flowers would go, even though there is flowers in there, but they're kind of shabby grungy. So that's what I did. I just put them on. Now, like I said, everything will be linked below. Go check that out. If there is a discount in the old design shop, I will mention that below. And you can check out all my other socials below if you're interested. If you do have any questions, just ask. And thank you very much for watching, and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye.